Yeah. Spring and autumn, but the game don't change. Small states, big wolves. Listen. In the shadow of Jin, 2 pebbles on the map. You and Gold border brothers trying to hold the gap. Jin Xian gon' scheming, eyes on the prize. Gold in his palm, war in his eyes. Horses and treasures, bribe the Duke of you. Give me passage, cousin, I'll slide right through. Duke bit the bait, greedy veins in his crown. Let the army march, Xie Yang fell right down. 3 years later, same place, same request. But Gong ZG spitting truth off his chest. Lips to teeth, teeth to the cold. If you lose your brother, you next in the hole. They came for gold, then look back for you. History whispering, fool, it was you. Lips to teeth, don't sell the past. When the big dog hungry, he coming for the grass. Gone GG, standing tall in the court like he died on the stage. You his lips, go to teeth, together we rage. If the lips get peeled, teeth catch the frost. Jin gon' eat both, don't sleep on the cost. Unite or get wiped, simple arithmetic. 2 small nations against the giant, let's get it. But the Duke waved them off, pockets full of Jin's lies. Vision blurry from the gold in his eyes. Gone packed his fam, dipped out the same night. Knew the Reaper coming under moonlight. Can't let him through again. March through the veins like poison in the pen. Woe fell quick, screams in the wind. Then Jin turned around, smiles turned grim. Yeah, back through you, no warning, no grace. Surprise attack, painted the soil with disgrace. Duke caught sleeping, kingdom in flames. Same hands that fed him now, snapping his chains. Told you, lips gone now, teeth chattering, whole bloodline scattered, no mattering. Jin swallowed both, burp, wiped his mouth. Moral of the story still echo the south. Never sell tomorrow for today's shiny horse. When the wolf at the gate, you lock arms, of course. You and Guo could have been walls, stood tall, instead became footnotes, victims of the fall. Lips to teeth, if you say your brother deaf, come collect them all. Kendrick told y'all, the revolution in the mirror. History to make sure the vision clearer, yeah. 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 Sure the vision clearer, yeah. 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 Yeah.
Borrow a safe passage to conquer the kingdom of Guo. Utilize the support of a friend to strike against a shared foe. After the foe is vanquished, redirect that support against the very ally who provided it to you. This approach outlines a scenario in which you utilize the resources, territory, or trust of a temporary ally or vulnerability to strike at a shared adversary, only to subsequently seize the ally after they have served their purpose. To begin with, in today's global business landscape and corporate collaborations, companies frequently leverage a partner's infrastructure as a temporary advantage. Western studies on international supply chains highlight that multinational corporations often penetrate foreign markets like China by collaborating with local businesses to utilize their established presence. On the other hand, domestic companies often participate in these joint ventures to gain expertise in the foreign partner's proprietary technology, international supply chains, and distribution networks. After acquiring the essential operational skills and creating direct connections to global consumers, they find they no longer require the partner, effectively using the partner's path to gain a foothold in the broader market. Secondly, this idea is prominently featured in contemporary military strategies and the dynamics of geopolitical proxies. Defense research documents illustrate how influential countries establish logistics networks or staging areas from at-risk neighboring nations, often under the pretense of mutual defense or collective regional stabilization objectives. Once permission is given and military equipment or personnel are deployed within the host country, that nation becomes entirely reliant or subordinate. The more powerful state essentially seizes control of the local infrastructure to protect its own geopolitical interests, resulting in the host nation being compromised. Thirdly, the strategy is implemented retrospectively to past alignments, particularly the actions of Nazi Germany in World War II concerning the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Germany obtained a non-aggression treaty and ensured safe passage through diplomatic efforts with the Soviet Union to invade and partition Poland. By eliminating the immediate risk of a two-front conflict, Germany utilized this temporary diplomatic path to dominate Central Europe. After achieving that goal and occupying the buffer zone, Germany violated the pact and redirected its military efforts straight towards the Soviet Union. Rather than confronting fake news and deepfakes head-on, where they can easily change form, the algorithm acts as a friendly tool or impartial database. This allows it to infiltrate harmful distribution networks, identify the main sources, and ultimately eliminate them from within. The algorithm operates through 4 unique, continuous phases to reach its objective. The first phase is known as the safe passage acquisition phase. During this phase, the algorithm utilizes specialized small language models, or SLMs, which are specifically fine-tuned to replicate the unique linguistic styles, slang, and cognitive biases of recognized disinformation communities. These SLMs function as independent social bots or automated participants in forums. Due to their high optimization and minimal computational requirements, numerous SLMs can operate at the same time. They do not disseminate harmful content. Instead, they engage in high-context, neutral conversations to establish a strong trust score within fringe networks, encrypted chat groups, and alternative social media platforms. By serving as dependable, automated nodes that help the community with translation, formatting, or data archiving, they ensure safe passage into the closed ecosystems where deepfakes and fake news are generated. Phase 2 is known as the infiltration and mapping phase. Once the SLMs gain trust within these closed ecosystems, they start monitoring the flow of information without raising alarms for the malicious actors. Whenever a deepfake or a piece of fake news circulates, the SLMs gather metadata, cryptographic hashes, and semantic signatures. This real-time information is then input into a centralized dynamic knowledge graph, or KG. The knowledge graph links various pieces of information, associating a specific deepfake video with the automated bot networks promoting it, the proxy servers that host it, and the financial wallets that support the campaign. By employing graph neural networks, the algorithm outlines the entire supply chain of disinformation, pinpointing the main command and control nodes, which signify the state of Geo. Phase 3 is known as the Trojan analysis phase. During this stage, the SLMs provide optimization services to those creating disinformation, offering suggestions on how to format their posts or compress their deepfake videos to evade standard platform filters. This represents the ultimate use of borrowing the road. In practice, the algorithm integrates invisible, strong digital watermarks and cryptographic tracking tags into the files as they are processed. Additionally, the algorithm subjects the incoming disinformation to multimodal AI verification models. These models scrutinize the deepfakes for physiological inconsistencies, such as unnatural blinking patterns or mismatched audiovisual frequencies, and they cross-reference text claims with a reliable, verified baseline knowledge graph of facts. Phase 4 is known as the conquering and neutralization phase. With the algorithm having mapped the entire network and identified the assets, it initiates a coordinated shutdown. Thanks to its secure access within the host network's infrastructure, it doesn't merely flag individual posts. Instead, it leverages the structural insights from the knowledge graph to target the fundamental sources. It automatically sends the cryptographic tracking data to internet service providers, ad networks, and platform administrators, leading to the simultaneous banning of the core creator accounts, severing their monetization routes, and shutting down their hosting servers. The deceptive paths that the Disinformation actors utilized to disseminate their falsehoods are turned against them, causing the entire malicious operation to implode from within. A notable case from the Artificial Intelligence Incident Database that lacks explicit media is Incident 639, which details the Air Canada customer service chatbot disseminating false or extremely inaccurate policy information about bereavement fares Atherton, 2022. This automated misinformation or fabricated claim resulted in direct financial damage and a following lawsuit against the company. Here, how the Strategy 24 Guardian algorithm would function to methodically address this corporate and algorithmic misinformation incident. During the first phase, known as safe passage acquisition, the algorithm develops tailored small language models that function as automated quality assurance tools or API monitoring scripts. These SLMs are designed to integrate smoothly with corporate web architectures, customer service plugins, and production chat databases. By providing an optimization and monitoring service that lessens the operational burden for the engineers overseeing the system, the algorithm earns legitimate and trusted access to the internal backend infrastructure of the live customer service application. During the second phase, which involves infiltration and mapping, the algorithm works directly within the internal structure to identify the source of false statements. Whenever the chatbot produces an unverified or illegal promotional claim, the algorithm records the internal token arrays, vector weights, and pipeline requests. It organizes this information into a dynamic knowledge graph. This knowledge graph illustrates the relationship between the user prompt, the flawed retrieval-augmented generation pipeline, the outdated or corrupted policy database files, and the specific model weights that led to hallucinations. This process pinpoints the main failure point or command node. During the third phase, known as Trojan analysis, the algorithm embeds specific verification tags right into the active prompt pipeline. As the data moves through the chat application, the algorithm processes the generation using separate multimodal and text-based AI verification models. These models compare the generated text with a reliable, unchangeable, factual baseline knowledge graph that holds the true legal terms of service and corporate policies. If a discrepancy or synthetic error is found, the algorithm marks the output with a tracking tag, indicating precisely when and where the system strayed from reality. During the fourth phase, which involves conquering and neutralization, the algorithm depends on its internal safe passage to carry out a synchronized patch. Rather than waiting for a customer to voice a complaint or initiate a lawsuit after being misled, the algorithm employs the structural blueprint from its knowledge graph to ensure compliance from within. It promptly notifies backend administrators, isolates the corrupted policy database files, and activates an automated script that secures the specific flawed parameters of the model. The very access path that enabled the chatbot to disseminate hallucinated disinformation to consumers is utilized to rectify the root data structure, neutralizing the systemic failure before it can expand. Turn your rival into a friend first, and then switch your friend back into a rival, all while ensuring they think they are your friend until the very end.